Welcome to episode 9 of the Chaotic Goodness Podcast, where Fuzzy Wuzzy is not a bear. Let the chaos begin.
This is Chad here. I'm just here to read a couple of reviews that we got on podchaser.com. Kim and the others weren't available, so I'm going to read them to you. We got 2 reviews. The first one is 5 stars from Evie, and it says, like many beginning podcasts, it starts off rough, but most issues are quickly resolved within a few episodes. The humor and banter between characters are well worth it, and by episode 8, it sounds like a professional podcast. Ooh, high praise. It's a fun, hilarious romp through space. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you for the review, Evie. That means a lot to us. And the second review is from Lohengrin, and it says, highly amusing, infectious laughter, good stuff. So remember to rate and review us, and we will read your review on this podcast. Enjoy the show.
A crew is in trouble. In the process of escaping from the planet Capra, the shuttle sustained heavy damage. And Gideon is unconscious in a cryotube thanks to Flossy administering what she calls first aid. Now the crew has to decide what to do with the stolen cargo and the new passengers they picked up, and find a hospital for Gideon.
Hey guys, we've been doing this for 2 months.
Yay!
Yay. Woo! We're like, I don't know what that means, but we've been doing this for a long time. So because of the way the last episode ended, we have a couple of loose ends to tie up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're not going to start with a jump point. We're just going to finish up those loose ends for story purposes. So where we last left off, Flossy and Rin were bonding over the scotch that Flossy has been hiding.
And having a good time.
Yeah, good times and booze. It's always good. And so you've been burning for a couple of days. You outran the Unidor vessel. They broke off their pursuit because there was no way they were going to catch you.
Yeah, we're badass that way.
Possibly. And let's see. You have some passengers on the ship. You have a cargo of the rare unobtainium plant.
We don't have much of it, as I recall.
No, the rest of it got scuttled with the submarine.
Handwavium.
Handwavium. That's what? Okay. Unobtainium. That's something else.
Yeah, that's
something else.
Entirely different thing.
It was unobtainable, so.
Right.
It was the unobtainable handwavium.
Yeah.
And let's see. So we're burning. You bonded. We're headed towards a jump point. Let's start with Dr. Arthur Ezekiel. So the scene opens with Dr. Zeke in the comm station looking at the holographic image of his lazy-eyed higher-up.
Whose name I've completely forgotten.
That's okay. And he is congratulating you on a job well done because you actually did manage to destroy half the cargo.
That's right. You're welcome. So here's the video footage. All the cargo was on this submarine, and we rigged it to explode.
I like the nice flower pattern.
You know, we try to style and substance here on board the Irritated Badger.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's nice. So actually, Dr. Ezekiel gains a favor from Megatri Corporation, which you can either keep for yourself or pass on to another member of the crew since it was a group effort.
Can I keep it for myself for now and pass it on later if needed?
You could potentially use one of your favors to buy off another player's debt, so it would work that way.
I'm going to let Flossy have a favor from Megatri.
All right.
That's a horrible idea.
I know.
The
This
Up,
is the
James.
No.
Chalk this up with rolling dice. Just don't do it.
Well, I guess it's already written down, so it's happened.
I get a favor from
Megatri.
Megatri. Rock on. All right. Let me write that down.
And as you finish, you step out where the crew has gathered into the galley. along with your 4 passengers, as Darla, Cletus, and 2 other farmers from planet Capra that you rescued.
Billy Joe and Bobby Sue.
Sure. Billy Joe, Bob, and Bobby Sue. There we go. Well, Rin was
We
fighting
found the
somebody.
Waltons.
That's public domain by now, isn't it?
As long as it doesn't become the Donner Party.
Oh, goodness. Stop staring at Rin.
What the hell?
Mandatory cannibal joke? Check.
I'm glad we got that out of the way at the beginning of the episode.
Yes. Thank goodness for that.
So Dr. Ezekiel walks into the galley where everyone is assembled except for Gideon, who is still in cryostasis.
He's been awful quiet lately.
That's a good thing.
If he started
Do we
making
need to defrost him? Can't we just leave him there?
If something breaks, we'll want his expertise.
Yeah, but then we can get him out, right?
Which means we need to cure his...
Well, I mean, technically he's not dead, so like you could read his mind and figure out what we need to do. So we really don't need to ever wake him up.
But I know, but if he's locked and sealed in there, I can't touch his head. I have to touch his head to do that. That
I'm
would be
sure
bad.
there's
It
a
would
way.
defrost. It
I'm
would
sure there's a way
defrost.
we could make it so things will work. They can't be that hard.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe when we get to the hospital.
Okay. So
Which hospital are we going to?
we're going to deal with that in a minute. So we're going to deal with this first. You walk into the galley and you step in, and there's all of your guests there and the rest of the crew minus Gideon. Wade is part of the ship, so he's there too. And you all are discussing what you're going to do with your passengers. So who wants to start the talks?
Space them.
Wait a minute. Are they
No,
they're
we
in the room
agreed
with
to-
us, though?
Yeah, we were getting them out of there. I
Yeah,
think.
you agreed to get them off planet because that's what they wanted.
But
I
we
think
can't
we also agreed to deliver them safe to like a space station or something.
Right.
Which means we can't space them.
Are they in the room with us?
Yes, they're-
listening to us talk is what.
Yes, we are role playing this out right now. So if anybody says space them again, the passengers are going to hear it.
Guys, I was just joking. I don't really want to space you all.
Yeah, Hen-Tal's theory is women and children first, right?
Touche.
So Darla starts the talks with, all right, so you guys promised us that you'd be leaving us somewhere safe. So where are we going? And what are you going to leave us with? I mean, we left kind of in a hurry. We didn't really have any supplies or anything with us. All we got are the clothes in our back.
And the handwavium that you stole.
Are you going to let us keep that cargo?
Half?
Yes.
Most
Half?
of it.
Half?
Half of it.
Fetches a pretty penny.
Well, considering the majority of it was sunk into the ocean, yeah, it's probably worth a lot by now. All right, that works. Where are we going?
Did you have plans for a place that you were going to?
Someplace away from Megatri and the Unidor.
I know a place with no Megatri or Unidor. And a hospital where we can fix up Gideon whenever we want to.
And other ships go there you could catch rides on.
True story.
Well, don't leave us hanging. Where are we going? Oh, this is part of your backstory, isn't it, Flossy?
Bum, bum, bum.
It is indeed.
So describe this hospital, Flossy.
Okay. So the planet that I have in mind is called Efrevis, and it's not too far away from here. And there's a modern hospital available with a very talented surgeon on staff.
So tell us about the planet Efrevis. What is there, like a specific climate? What is the prevailing feature of this planet?
It is a planet of mixed species. There were a few different alien to us species already there, and it was colonized by humans that were actually welcomed. And humans and one of the native species are actually compatible. And so they have been intermixing for a very long time.
All right, so that's interesting. And there is a hospital on this planet.
Yes. It's very advanced. So it'll be a great place to take care of Gideon.
Great. Kill two birds with one stone.
Exactly. But hopefully not anything actually dying, though.
And so you can go to the hospital, Gideon can get medical treatment, and your passengers can take half of the cargo and probably use that to get chartered on a ship and start new lives.
Absolutely. And I think that the hospital might actually want to purchase some of said cargo because it's very useful
Oh, that's
in the
pretty
medical environment.
Good thinking. Okay. So is the whole crew in agreement with this arrangement?
That works. I mean, going to a hospital, I'll just let somebody at Megatry know, by the way, going here, so let's sell them some stuff.
Can't we just let them know afterwards?
Okay. Which part of pharmaceutical sales rep wasn't clear when I signed on to this crew?
It was the sales rep part that was unclear to me. Pharmaceutical I got.
Half a picture each. How are you going to give us half information, bro? This is your failing.
See the Megatry logo prominently on that I'm desperately trying to cover up in the presence of the dirt farmers here?
Oh, they know. It's been days.
Yeah, I know.
They don't care. You help them.
Right. Anyway, so the Megatry obviously is there, which means I'm a pharmaceutical something. So how you didn't know about pharmaceuticals is your problem. Sales rep, yeah, I just haven't had a chance to sell anything, except we were at the mall for Christmas.
So we're gonna do a jump cut through the jump point, and you guys are going to, what was the name of the planet again?
Ephrevis.
The planet Ephrevis. So jump cut to the planet Ephrevis, and we get this scene of the irritated badger just kind of like flying into orbit and landing at the spaceport, which I'm assuming would be close to a hospital. Makes sense.
Yes, naturally.
And your passengers and the cargo and you guys and I guess Gideon, who is pushing the cryopod towards the hospital?
Are you seriously going to make us roll for that?
No, I'm not making you roll for it.
Okay, good, because that was terrifying.
We're gonna strong arm Rin into doing it.
A strong arm, the one with the strong arms? Yes. Okay. So, Rin, you are pushing the cryo chamber out of the ship where, I mean, there is a medical ambulance waiting to pick it up and take it to the hospital.
Oh, that's convenient. Okay.
Right. And, we'll say this thing has repulsors, so it's easy. It's a lot of pushing nobody else wants to do.
Yeah, well, typical.
So Gideon is going to be brought to the hospital. Is anybody following? Is anybody going in the ambulance?
I shall tag along. And to the ambulance?
He's from the South. It's how he pronounces things. Have you just noticed that's how he's been saying ambulance this whole time?
Yes, I did.
Well, how many times has he said ambulance?
Like twice so far, I think.
2 or 3 times this episode.
What are we riding in again?
So Hen-Tal rides in the ambulance.
Do it again.
I'm American by birth and Southern by the grace of God.
So I will go.
Okay. So it sounds like Flossy
so
and
that
Hen-Tal.
I can, yeah, because I know people here.
And
so,
I can negotiate prices.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. So Flossy knows people here. Hen-Tal.
I don't actually care about Gideon. Just don't want to spend
Well, that's
too much
good
money.
to know. So
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Coming along for the ride.
what is the doctor and the bounty hunter doing?
This is a civilized area, right?
Yes, it is. Oh, you know what? You know somebody here.
Yes.
Because you have that skill that we've never used before.
We've never needed it. Well, I'm not sure we need it now. I can just introduce a dude, though.
Okay.
Or do that.
So you have a skill. What's the skill called?
It's called contacts.
Contacts. You have a contact every place you go.
Thumbs up.
All right.
Go
So
for it.
you can either describe somebody now or later on if it comes to that we need it.
We'll do this later on. But I also have the marketing skill. When we arrive in a civilized area, I can choose a type of market and easily find that kind of market here between elite, secretive, and motivated.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to use this to move that cargo.
Yes.
Good.
Because these are stolen goods, we're going to go with a secretive market.
Okay.
So there's a black market, and if I'm going there, I'm taking Rin with me for protection.
That works out really good. And the passengers, what are they doing?
We don't need them anymore, right?
Well, they need their cut.
Well, yeah. Here, there's their cut.
Okay, so you give them the cargo and just leave them to their own devices.
Half.
You're right, half the cargo. All right, so seeing as how the price of the cargo went up exponentially during the explosion, we'll say that splitting the cargo in half gives you both with a Class 1 cargo, since it was a small crate anyway, and what you could fit on Honey Badger 1.
That's a sizable ship. You could fit a lot on there.
Okay, but it all adds up to a Class 1. Well, half of it is a Class 1. The whole thing together would have been a Class 2.
I thought you said a Class 1
each, but if
yes.
it was
but between the NPCs and the PCs.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't eat. Okay.
So we'll start with we'll start with Dr. Ezekiel. So it sounds like you want to do a barter move.
Yeah, maybe. Do we need anything, guys?
no, we stole the part we needed from Yankoff Armor Schmidt.
What you could also do is you can barter, you can go up, you can get a higher class of cargo that you can use later for acquisition rolls. Which acquisition rolls you can use for an item or a service.
Right.
Such as hospital care.
I got an in on that.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to try to turn this Class 1 cargo into Class better than 1 cargo?
Also, since the cargo that you have is stolen, it might be a good idea to get rid of it.
Okay, fine.
Switch it for something a little
It's
more
not
legal.
technically stolen. It's just not really destroyed.
Maybe market as black market the Class 1, this particular Class 1 cargo as black market goods, just so that if we do acquire more Class 1 cargo before we get rid of this Class 1 cargo, we know which one is stolen and which one is not.
Sure. Okay, are you giving me a barter roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are we bartering with?
The black market.
The black market.
Just the black market.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually, Steve, you tell us.
This is Jamie Hoster.
Okay. And what is an interesting personality quirk that Jamie has?
Kim, what is an interesting personality quirk of Jamie Hoster?
Jamie has a very noticeable limp.
You know where to find Jamie.
If it's
Last time it was stutter, so
which we didn't even go with.
yeah.
So if the limp is part of his personality, like think Lieutenant Dan.
Or House, perhaps.
Or House.
It makes him very cranky.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So he's...
Oh, it was the limp that made him cranky? I totally misread that show.
The pain.
Right.
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 Yeah. It was the pain.
It was the...
Yeah, totally.
So
the pain.
he got wounded in some way, and he's very bitter about it.
Yeah.
Back in
Somewhere between House and Lieutenant Dan. We'll call it. His name is even Jamie. This is so perfect. Jamie Hoster.
All right. So you meet your old friend Jamie, and he limps his way over to you.
Jamie, and good firm handshake.
Like, hey, Arthur.
Yeah. So I have some goods I need to maybe trade off with you.
All right.
So how much have you been following the Handwavium and then the war on God, what's the name of that
place?
We haven't named the planet yet. We just know that the species on that planet is called the Lidu.
Can we call
Right.
the planet drugs? So there would be the war on drugs.
Yes.
No, but it's got a cool sci-fi name, like it's like DR, like 3 U's in GS.
So it's pronounced drugs, but it looks like droogs, like a Clockwork Orange reference.
Perfect.
Okay. Right. So the war with the Lidu, between the Lidu and the infected.
Yeah,
following
I know
that?
about that. I don't know what Handwavium is.
New wonder crop that was only found on planet Cabra.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I have a half ton of it.
really?
I'm thinking. So here's where I was thinking. So we had a planetary, like just a huge amount that was the planetary harvest, right?
It's very dense. It's packed. Vacuum sealed.
Yeah, like when like the Coast Guard makes a bust and you see those like cryo sealed. Like that.
I'm just picturing running from the Unidor and the exploding submarine, hand carrying a metric fuck ton of this goddamn plant.
No, 2 tons because we have half.
Half a ton.
You
said half a ton. Man, that's not nearly as fun. Okay.
Right.
And repulsor technology is a thing, so you can just slide it out into the ship.
Exactly.
Why do you think you guys took so much damage when the ship was moving around?
But so we had a planetary harvest. Half of it went missing. We blew up most of it. We were left with a ton. We gave half of a ton to Who's It's to start off their brand new life, and we kept a half ton for ourselves.
All right. Let me make a few calls and see if anybody's interested in this stuff. Do you brought it with you, right, Steve?
I brought some of it with me.
Okay, so he takes it.
Carrying around a half ton.
It's in my right pocket. Hang on a second.
Just a second. Let me pull this out.
You see, we have spatial compression technology. It's definitely not a bag of holding.
You guys, you've done this before, so you leave the cargo on the ship and he can send his men to come pick it up.
Yes.
So you give him the sample, he looks at it, he goes, he makes a few phone calls, some time passes, and let's see, give me a barter plus cargo roll. So this is a class 1 cargo, so roll 2d6 and add 1 to it.
Best of luck.
Oh, God, he's rolling.
9.
Oh.
It's not a complete success.
So you swap it. You trade it and get a good deal for it for a class 2 cargo. However, let me pick something interesting here. You know what? We'll just say that the legality of the goods is dubious because this is a black market contact.
Not quite as obviously stolen as a half ton of hand waving.
Right. So it's a lot more valuable stuff, but it is very illegal. So what would be something good? James, what would be something good that matches that description?
No, we're also going to keep it. It's illegal for the right reasons because it's morally dubious. There are animals on a nearby moon whose their tusks, they're ivory. It's not ivory. It's a different thing. Give me a name of something different than ivory that sounds equally valuable.
Sputum.
Sputum. There we go.
Ew.
About dented.
Oh no, we're sticking with sputum. It's glorious. So these animals'
I don't know if
horns are
glorious
made
is the
out
right
of
word.
sputum, and it's super valuable, very rare. I heard the South loves it a lot, especially in their ambulance.
When you take off,
So, or is the animal called a sputum?
Oh, God.
Either way,
everywhere.
A sputum whale?
It's heavily controlled animal parts.
Okay, so parts from maybe an endangered species that are highly valuable, however, are extraordinarily illegal to traffic.
Oh, God, yeah. Because they're going to die, and it's sad.
All right, so that you make the exchange. Jamie's guys take it off of the irritated badger and load the sputum dentin, whatever, onto the irritated badger.
so we have the animal parts, but not the animals.
No, it's just the parts. That's why it's morally dubious and illegal. Because they have to kill
A
the
lot of
animals
cute
to
little
take it.
animals died for this.
Many Bothans died to bring us this cargo.
Valhalla goes to sleep.
you
on
look
top of
confuzzled.
the cargo crate.
I'm not confuzzled.
Okay.
She looks a little horrified, maybe.
Yes, Rin doesn't like this at all.
We're not going to tell Rin the truth. Well, no.
We're going
I
to
was
have to tell
there.
Ren the truth. Well,
I
no, you're in
carried
the
it.
ambulance.
So
No,
okay,
no,
whoa,
I
whoa,
wouldn't.
wait,
Oh, you
guys. So this is dramatic tension between two characters. So what happens, Rin? You are opposed to this, and the deal has already been made. So what do you do?
So, Doctor, what are we doing with these goods?
I figure we'll just trade them later for something we need. But we needed to be rid of the hand wavium. It is worse for us to have that because we're not going to be shot out of the sky if we're caught with.
I think I would rather be shot out of the sky doing something more ethical than.
Okay, I'll talk to Jamie and see if there's got Jamie.
Yeah, boss.
Okay, so we might have an issue with the cargo you gave us.
Sorry, all sales are final.
Just say it, Sputum Denton.
Say it. I want to throw up every time I think of Sputum.
Winning.
You don't like it, you can find somebody else to sell this to, but I'm not giving you this boss. Like I said.
No. I don't want to trade you back. Do you have something else instead of processed animal part?
You trying to sell it back to me?
We have to take it.
Sorry, man. You're going to have to go to another market.
All right.
Full up.
Listen, I promise. Next place we get, we'll get rid of this stuff. All right.
But that doesn't fix the problem that it happened.
What do you want me to do? Just throw it into the ocean?
No, because then it would be in vain.
Right.
Maybe we could do something good with the proceeds.
Okay. Sure.
And I'll let you two stew on that.
Save the sputum whales.
Oh, Lord. As we jump to the hospital, you two, so Flossy and Hen-Tal ride the ambulance to the hospital.
With the meat popsicle.
I am not going to change for you. Sorry, man. With Gideon, affectionately known as the meat popsicle. And you get off, and the EMTs and everything are unloading the cryo chamber. He is in cryostasis, so once they see that he's fairly stable, it's not like there's like a mad rush to get him to an operating room, but he is offloaded, and various doctors are looking at the readouts, some of which are looking at the readouts, looking at their data pads, and shaking their head like they're having a hard time wrapping their head around what exactly happened to this cryo tube.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes.
Is Dr. Zamael here?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, can you get him, please?
I'm busy with this cryo tube
He's
that
a meat
seems to have
popsicle.
malfunctioned in some regard.
Oh, it's
What?
fine, really. Can you
when
send a nurse to get him?
When is the last time this tube was serviced?
When it was made.
Don't know. The person inside the tube is the one who would know that. So, can you get him, please?
We can have him paged.
That'll work.
And so the doctor says something into his little wrist cuff, and time passes, and describe the doctor that approaches you as Gideon is, well, his cryo tube is being prepped for extraction. You got so let's describe where you are. So you are kind of in the emergency room area where there's, lots of beds, open spaces. There's a lot of glass screening. I'm picturing, since you said this is a pretty high-tech hospital in a science fiction setting, I'm picturing that there's
pods, each individual
there's
pod.
Pods, there's people in the pods. They're maybe in capsules where there's like glass covering them, and on the glass is all these various medical readouts.
Right.
That you can just see, and doctors can come in, press things, manipulate, administer drugs as needed for stabilization. Okay. So Gideon is wheeled into an empty cubicle. He's connected to some machinery that has little AR displays just kind of pop up, little holographic things monitoring his vital signs. And anybody with any kind of medical knowledge would know that they're not the most stable vital signs, even for somebody in cryosleep. So, now describe the doctor who approaches you that you asked for, and why did you ask for this person?
So, this doctor, his name is Linus, and he is Flossy's uncle. And he's in his late 50s, and he is a very talented surgeon, and he has been He's been a part of this hospital since it was built.
And Hen-Tal, you're present too, right?
Yeah, we're there with Gideon as he's being wheeled into the cryopop chamber. I don't know what to call it.
And for some reason, you're getting a sense of familiarity from this person. Why is that?
Mainly due to the fact that we each have symbiotes, and we were involved in a past host's life. So and we just kind of, the symbiotes give off kind of an aura to each other, be it pheromones or psychic imprint or something.
Yeah, so somehow or other symbiotes can detect each other.
Yes.
In different hosts.
That is an accurate statement.
And for some reason, Flossy's uncle is the host for a symbiote.
Yes.
Okay. So
not awkward in any way.
So the uncle, what
No,
is,
not at all.
What is your uncle's name again?
Linus?
Linus, that's right. So Uncle Linus, Dr. Uncle Linus, comes up to Flossy, recognizes Flossy. He's excited to see you. He's like, Flossy, he gives you a hug.
Hey, I missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you too. How have you been?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
And while you're hugging, Dr. Uncle Linus looks up, sees Hen-Tal, and you both have that look that you recognize
awkward
each other.
stare.
What, Uncle Linus? What is it?
It's nothing.
Hen-Tal?
No, we're good.
Yeah.
No.
We'll discuss later, but importantly, you have who's in the cryo tube? Who is this?
This is our friend Gideon. What can you do?
So he looks at the readouts and everything and looks at you and says, when was the last time this cryo tube was serviced?
Well, if you wake him up, then we'll know.
Okay.
That's his job.
It has been a very long time. This cryo tube has malfunctioned, and it has not kept him as stable as we would like. So this is gonna be pretty touchy to extract him from this.
Okay.
What happened?
Well, it's kind of complicated.
And we do a jump cut to where you just bring Dr. Uncle Linus up to speed.
Right.
Okay. So a montage goes by with Flossy talking and explaining and waving her hands and miming explosions and CPR and things like that.
All the fun things.
And then it stops, and Linus is, oh, I see.
Exactly. So, can you help him?
I can see what I can do. This may take some time, so I don't know how long you and your crew planned on staying. He looks over at Hen-Tal and says, is this all of your crew?
No, there's 2 more.
2 others. Okay. So you might want to talk to them and discuss if you guys are going to stay. This may take a couple of days, and depending on what condition he is when we extract him, we'll have a better idea.
We definitely have a couple of days.
Okay, well,
no
that's
doubt.
good. You should gather your crew and let them know what's going on then.
Okay.
I know you have your ship and everything, but if you'd like to have a place to stay, our home's always open.
I planned on it. I'd love to see you all.
So you just assumed that we'd... Oh, okay. Well, that's family for you.
Rude.
Yes. I've missed you. I haven't seen you in... I don't even know how long.
We need to catch up. So why don't you go talk to... We have a comm port over there. Try to contact your crew and see if you can get them here. We can also put them on the visitor registry, kind of approve them to come in and see Gideon when he gains consciousness.
Okay, will do.
Okay. So Flossy walks off. And Linus looks over at Hen-Tal.
What are you doing here?
I'm a doctor now. What are you doing here?
I'm a pilot now.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it really has.
Well, this is kind of awkward. I was not expecting this morning.
You and me both.
Yeah. So how
long has it been?
Oh, is time not as important for us, is it?
No, 3, 4 hosts.
Has it been 4 hosts? I know I've been through at least 5.
I think I hit 4.
You've hit 4?
I think this. Yeah, 4 I would go with on me.
Ooh. So you're flying my niece around. And my host's
apparently.
niece around.
Who also is a psychic. You wear that too?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
She also, well, I guess, Flossy, Linus, you're aware of Linus's symbiotic nature?
Yes, Flossy is completely aware of that.
Okay. So Linus looks over at you and says, yeah, she knows what I am.
You trusted her that much?
Of course I do. She's my niece.
Fair.
And she
Fair
has
enough.
some of the gift, too.
That's true.
So Linus looks over at you, and I'm feeling like there's some kind of like is there for Hen-Tal from your perspective of things, is this awkward? Is this
Not awkward, just unexpected. Linus's symbiote and Hen-Tal's symbiote were partners, mates, however you want to.
okay?
Like, not really.
You said that your hosts were involved, so I guess for symbiotes, that's
No, not the hosts. The symbiotes were involved. So
Okay.
our hosts.
when you were okay.
Yeah.
So this was unexpected. So is this somebody Hen-Tal is happy to see? You still have feelings?
Wasn't expecting to see. That's really it. The feeling thing, it's pretty. They come and go over time. You're never really permanently committed to somebody, since lifetimes go forever.
Right. So I'll let you kind of take the lead on this, whether or not you want to continue discussing or anything. But Linus does say, yes, Flossy does know about me. I don't know if you've...
I haven't told anyone.
Okay.
The fourth host for about 2 years now. Maybe 3 is how long I've been here so far. We're still merging at this point.
Oh, so your host is still new.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So there's a lot that you don't remember.
still digging out some stuff. This would be part of the reason that Hen-Tal is having such a hard, shocking time with this. It's opening a few floodgates, as
Okay.
it were.
So you're in a new host, but apparently I'm still in there. So that's good to know.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to go meditate on this for a while, actually.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If you want to continue this conversation, I'll be here. I mean, I'm on another rotation, so I should be here for another 24 hours.
Okay. All right.
And I will do what I can to make sure that your friend here survives the process.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell Flossy this, but the odds do not look good.
Well, if he's safe with anyone, it's going to be in your hands.
Thank you.
And just a heads up, I don't expect it to happen, but you should be aware we were running from the Unidor. So I'm not sure if they're aware of either of us, but if they're looking at me.
Well, thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that when it comes. Okay, so Linus leaves in order to prepare to get Gideon out of here. And Flossy, you go and communicate with the rest of your crew?
Yes.
Okay, which one do you call? This is important. Who do you call first?
Rin.
Rin, your communicator goes off.
Hello.
Rin, hey, where are you?
We are at the black market.
Oh.
We just picked up some.
The black market's not a building.
we're at the black market. It's at
neon
the corner
lights.
of Main and Third.
Address.
The black market is next to the White Castle,
There's a Popeyes across the street.
and there's a Red Robin.
The doctor just picked up some horrible stuff that we need to figure out what to do with.
like
You're not listening.
What kind of horrible cargo?
Christy can't even bring herself to say this.
it's an extract of some sort.
Illegal cargo.
There's a lot of illegal cargo.
Sputum. He got sputum, okay?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So it's the dentin from sputum whales? That stuff will get us a lot of money.
It's disgusting.
Well, yes, of course it's disgusting, but
it's unethical.
True.
And I'm not going to have any part in it. So.
That's okay. We'll take care of it. No problem. So, are you guys going to make your way over here?
I believe once we drop this off, if that's what you need us to do.
Yeah. So
just load the irritated badger full of sputum.
I do believe Steve just gagged. That was fun.
You're an asshole, James.
I do what I can. Happy to help.
Oh, goodness.
Thanks for listening to the show. We'd like to give thanks to Another Dead Weirdo, Sulfuric, Peace, Love, and Games, Tabletop Audio, and of course to all of our fans and listeners. We love you. A couple of announcements here real quick. We are still soliciting jump points, so if you have an idea for a story seed for us, you can check out our website, chaoticgoodnesspodcast.com, for information on that. And also, the Chaotic Goodness Podcast is looking for artists. If you're interested in drawing a project for us for a commission, please get in contact with us at contact@chaoticgoodnesspodcast.com. People of color and LGBTQ plus will be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Note to self, if an irradiated man who happens to be like the third copy that you've run into ever tells you, don't go in there, don't go in there.
The Redacted Files is an actual play podcast.
Ooh, and a natural 20.
Is anyone just a little discomforted by the fact that she gets so excited with the natural 20?
With tales of horror and suspense.
And he wishes you a good afternoon.
I go home to the nightmares I will inevitably have. Told one bad die roll at a time.
That's your attack?
Yes. Stop laughing at us.
Visit us at theredactedfiles.com, where you can give us a listen or join us in telling the next story.
You can investigate or you can go down the stairs.
I think we'll go. Do you guys think we'll go? I think we'll go.